just got back from the Arnold Sports Festival recently. Can't tell you, how many people approach me like, oh, dude, love your podcast, love your show. And like, I don't mean to say like, oh, I felt like a celebrity or anything like that. But no, like definitely kind of like a, dang, like I'm not a big deal, but like people recognize me or like can pick me out of a crowd of people, okay? So you would think, right, with all that kind of presence, listen to the intro of my podcast, listen to in 165, it's 172 countries now, download over 1 million times in 2014. You would think, any person in their right mind would think, this guy should be doing just fine, right? I mean, maybe not killing it, but making just fine of a living. You would think every time that I say something on my podcast, hey guys, go to barbell1.com, buy such and such thing, it's awesome, whatever, it has a lifetime warranty. You'd think all that stuff would resonate. I'm going to be frank, and I'm just sharing this just so that people can understand the frustration. And this isn't a case of me being like, fuck you, my listeners, like, you guys need to be buying my stuff and no one supports me and fuck this, I'm not going to keep doing my podcast. No, it's not anything like that. But again, it's just interesting because, again, the numbers all make sense. The amount of downloads I'm getting, the amount of presence, like really what I should probably be doing is having sponsors on my show and just let them invest their sponsorship money and yet still ironically not be able to honestly sell that much stuff to even remotely justify the expense of doing it and the time of doing it. But no, I continue to hold out. Eventually, at some point, I may have to adjust, but I believe in what I'm doing, and I still think it's the right way to do things. And it does give me, I guess, access to people, to interview people. It is kind of, to some people, an honor to be on my show, etc. Makes me somewhat of an authority figure, I guess. But you know what I mean? Like all of those things, there's still a lot of intangibles that it brings me. But quite honestly, I hate to say it, but now that I have like outsourced, I have people, assistants handling a lot of the stuff for it and paying them and whatever, like I am losing money out my ass, like so bad right now. Hence the credit card down. Again, so bad, 7-8 grand. But you know what I mean? Quite badly. And again, it's just comical. I can't tell you how many times I stop and think, I'm just like, there's no fucking way. This doesn't make any sense. How could I not be selling more stuff? Now, granted, this is always touchy stuff to get into, but stuff relating to margins, what the market's willing to pay, different things on my product, a lot of that I'm still sorting out. And I used to always feel so guilty about that stuff. I used to always feel like, I can't charge X amount of money because, I feel bad and, I'm not trying to get rich. I'm not in it for the money and stuff. And I've had stuff where I'm like, dude, if you're not in it for the money, you're going to fucking go broke, man. Like, I probably just spit everywhere there. Like, you got to be thinking about those things, and you don't feel guilty about it. If you make a shit ton, well, then you can give a shit ton and do good things. So, but that's where I'm at, right? Is figuring a lot of that stuff out, exactly what makes sense. Particularly because you're always weighing the model of, is it just me selling this stuff, or am I having other people retail it too, working in their margins? A lot of stuff that I think savvy business people for many years know, but I think a lot of us beginners, like, we forget some of those things, or we just don't appreciate just how real they are. So I'm figuring a lot of that out, right? So I would argue some of the issues with sales not being quite where I'd want them to be and stuff is relating to that. But again, like I said, some of it you're just like, And there's two things that come to mind there. Main one just being that every once in a while you'd be like, well, do I just have too much pride to not admit that maybe my products aren't that interesting or not enough people want them, whatever. It's funny. Just again, I'm showing this to be real. Like, people have these fucking doubts all the time. You're like, maybe I'm just making stupid shit or whatever. But you're like, dude, overwhelmingly positive. Like, I've yet to really find like anyone that's like, like it always has to do something a little more with like the price, or maybe they didn't quite know about it, or it's not built up, I guess, the authority or notoriety just yet. Like, so many things where I'm just like, it's other issues. And sure, I get it. A customizable roller. It's not the most exciting thing because a roller you freaking put on your butt and you roll on the ground on it. Like, I get it. I'm not oblivious to that. But for people that are going to buy the roller, there are millions of dollars of rollers sold every year. It is a product that's sold. It's a freaking badass product, and everyone basically that uses it says that. So it's just a matter of figuring other things out, figuring out cheaper ways to make it so there's more margin so I can sell it for a little bit more competitive of a price, etc., etc. But so there's that's the one thing. That's number one, is this kind of like, how much is the demand? Am I possibly off? But again, I'm talking about just trying to make enough money to, make me, at least just initially here, like, I don't know, a $40,000 living to just kind of live. Don't need to make what I used to make. That's fine. When I had the other job and stuff, that's fine. But just at least to get started, right? And then maybe that's not my problem, right? Think small. I should be thinking, fuck, I should be able to make $500,000 in this, whatever. But so there's one thing. And then number two is, fuck, I wish I could share this right now so that everyone can see this. But I can't tell you how many people reach out. Hey man, like you're killing it. The podcast, like you're killing it with your podcast. Or like, dude, I see all the stuff you're posting on social media and stuff. Like that's so awesome. And like, I love seeing, like friends and people from like being successful. You're like, dude, I'm fucking in a shit ton of debt right now and aren't selling anywhere near what I think I should be selling, et cetera, et cetera. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, and I don't think any of this is me like putting on a front or like faking or like making it look like I'm wildly more successful. It's like, no, just shit takes fucking time and I'm waiting for my stuff to catch on. And I don't want to say waiting. I'm actively working my ass off to make my stuff catch on and go better. But don't just assume because you see someone posting all kinds of pictures of their products and even products that they sold. Yeah, I post pictures all the time. Stuff we sold. It's not enough volume to really make myself, my assistants, whatever, a living. It's just not with all the expenses. So again, I'm getting smarter about all this stuff. I'll figure my shit out. But it's just ironic to me how in the same way that people are like, it must be an overnight success. I'll admit I've been guilty of it, like looking at your competition and thinking like, oh man, how are they, selling that product and like they just launched a thing and like why is theirs going so well and mine's not? And then like that interview with Dave Tate, he's like, you're just assuming it's going well. You don't know that it's going well. They could be losing money out their ass too. You have no clue. So anyways, that's it guys. Probably getting into a little bit of a ramble here. Whenever I do finally put this footage up, this is probably going to have to be like a 3 or 4 part video or something. But it'll be cool. Be able to take you all along for that. And let's see, we're still recording. So I am not the cleanest guy. This is crap coming back from the Arnold here. Sorry. Bedroom, laundry. I want to show you the real fucking deal here. Hats we're doing for Bryce Lewis's crew. Some more rollers and stuff that I unloaded from the Arnold. Here's the office. So all you that think you have to have this miracle professional radio studio, this is where I have podcasts from, guys. That mic right there, it's a pretty nice mic, but I stand here on my computer, I check out my notes, I ramble off my podcast. I assemble a lot of my watches right here. There's my laptop set on top of a freaking cooler. You like that? And I get my watches shipped in. Still kind of trying to figure out the best supplier and stuff. Make my bands here in the USA. I make them myself with my own 2 freaking hands and glue and punching them and the whole deal. Cutting them out and all that good stuff. That's all done by me. That's stupid. I do not encourage anyone to... when you start something, you should immediately be thinking about who else can make this for me, because you're not going to have time to do all that stuff. But I'm working on those things right now, and nonetheless, that's how I started. But at least I started, right? So that's that. Barbell and apparel, we have some awesome designs. I sold a bunch of crap at the Arnold, so no, I'm not ashamed at all of the fact that now here's how I run my business. I got a rack of clothing. Here's some other stuff I used to and still sell on eBay. That I kind of use, I guess, to help my transition of leaving the job. I don't know, what did I do? Maybe 10K in eBay sales last year, but again, that's revenue, not profit. Profit, we're probably talking maybe like 3K, but whatever, it provided a little buffer. But yeah, so as I get more Barbell and apparel in and stuff, and again, I have no shame, dude. They're fucking cool designs. We're selling some, like, whatever. But I think some people would find it comical. No, there's not some massive Flag Nor Fail warehouse. I'm doing this out of my freaking closet in my office. Lots of blank hangers there, stuff that's sold, and obviously waiting for more inventory to come in. And here's the shitter. here's my bathroom. And that concludes the area that I rent. And now we're moving into landlord space, his master bedroom. This place is so freaking nice, dude. I'm so lucky to be able to live here. You can probably hear the loud noise of the laundry. Here's this stuff. Baller place. Let me close out, quickly, laundry and stuff in there. He has a garage. Other roommate Sean lives downstairs. Freaking baller kitchen. What the fuck? How am I able to live here? I hope he doesn't raise my rent for next year. Awesome living room, awesome TV and fireplace that I never use or watch. And then out here, back porch area, grill and stuff. We don't really keep up on our yard because we suck and we're entrepreneurs and we don't have time for that. My landlord, by the way, is a pretty, from what I can tell, pretty successful businessman. So props to him. Hopefully I'll figure shit out and be like you one day. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. So to be honest with you, a little bit later here I'll be showing you where my business partner's stuff is set up, where we're set up in his basement. Honestly, for what it is, for a basement, I think it's a pretty cool setup. I think we got pretty awesome stuff going. The only thing is that it's in a basement, right? Most people are like, oh, it needs to be in a professional, you need to be renting warehouse space, blah, blah, blah. Fuck it, man, just get it done. But as I get ready to leave there, yeah, like shit's about to get real. I'm going to be doing a lot more of outsourcing things, so hopefully a lot less assembly is required by me. But the garage that I'm renting, that I'll be going over to later, I'll probably show you that. Doing shit out of there. Probably be finished assembling some of our recover rollers and things in my office bedroom area upstairs in the fucking house. Or on the weekends and stuff, probably setting up some of my manufacturing equipment, literally in the backyard here, and setting stuff that involves adhesives and things out to dry, and or maybe doing that out of the landlord's garage and stuff. And that's the end of this first ridiculously long video. I hope this was helpful to some people, and gotta be quite honest with you, I feel good about this. It's funny. I think a lot of people are embarrassed about this kind of stuff. Oh, the sort of things. I don't want people to see that I'm really you know, I look so professional online, and I don't want to. It's like, dude, just take pride in that you're freaking doing it. And that's honestly what the deal is with me. Sorry, getting some meals here ready. Is I'm proud of it, man. Like, I'm proud that despite all these things that would prevent most people from doing stuff, that I'm doing it anyways and not letting it get in my way. And going to be doing a lot of things smarter in the time moving forward, and not repeating a lot of my mistakes. But reality is, I'm sure there'll be plenty more mistakes, many more tough times, hopefully many more videos with lots of struggling and shit hitting the fan, so that you guys can all see that. And one day, hopefully, we will be laughing about all this. So that's all we got. Time to eat. See you guys.